Okay, so Global Dokkan has just gotten its data download here for this week. Right here we see that there's AGL Bardock's EZA and then Chilled Super Strike EZA. Unfortunately, still nothing on the upcoming World Tournament for Global. I assume it's going to be later this month, man, but I can't really say for sure. I know a lot of people are excited for Mr. Boo, especially the Majin Power Team lovers right there. But there are still a couple of good things on this data download. You know, I know some people are excited for AGL Bardock, just because they like Bardock as a character, but most of us, are aware that AGL Bardock, unfortunately, compared to most other EZT wars this year, not really on their level, which is obviously unfortunate. But again, we do have this. So I think the big first thing I want to cover, after we'll cover Bardock later, is Rosé. Rosé has been officially fixed on the Global Dokkan version. Now, if you weren't aware, essentially what happened is Rosé Goku Black was not working as they actually intended him to do. I don't know if the old passive line it might be still available on the wiki, I guess. It's definitely possible. I don't know if they changed it. They did not change it, funny enough. Okay, so Rosé Goku Black's old passive line. He launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 5 times in battle. But how it was working on the back end, it did not allow this to activate multiple times within the same turn, when obviously, since there is not actually once per turn limit on there, I assume what happened is they actually did intend for it to work, as in you could activate it multiple times. But what happened is the count didn't reset until you launch the actual additional super attack, from what I was told. And because of that, all these additionals with the rainbow key spheres, both in his base form and then in his transformed state, and when he gets the clones, they do not actually count, because the guaranteed additional super attack is always going to be at the end of all the attacks you do. So that is why it was not actually able to activate twice in the same turn like they presumed it would, I guess, right? Which is funny, because it kind of shows that Dokkan sometimes they don't know how their game will work out. I don't know. At least the people who design the kits, maybe they don't know the back end of how the game works sometimes, which, seeing like AGL Bardock and stuff like that, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But what they did is they added this extra line, so the count continues, right? Essentially, because it's just a whole separate thing in its entirety, where he launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 10 or more times in battle, up to once within a turn. So essentially what happens is now it works once per turn for both the 5 additional attacks and then the 10. That way, this wouldn't activate twice, and then you would essentially, if there was no once a turn restriction, it would end up activating 3 times. But now what happens is the count will continue even after the 5 attacks like they intended, because this is a separate 10 attacks thing, right? So essentially what this means is Rosé is able to get another guaranteed additional super attack compared to what he was doing before. And I do have a showcase about this guy 55% that is on the channel. I think I made a community post about it, but what I might do is I might just leave its pins in the reply, or not a reply, any comment. I might make it like a pinned comment where I have the showcase. I would recommend checking it out, because this guy, based on what I've seen for the global footage and now what I used him in JP, he seemed like it was quite a bit stronger, so that's awesome, right? And again, the additional super attack adds quite a bit, because since it is at the end of the turn, it's going to be when he's fully ramped up. I got like a lot of these 30% attack and defense stats here. He has the attack and defense rates for the turn, so it's not like he's getting, I don't know, sometimes an extra. When he's starting to attack, he's like at 6 mil-ish, 7 mil. Like, he's not going to get an extra 6, 7 mil. It's at the end of the attacks. So at the end, especially when he's built up here in the clone state, this guy is doing like 30 mil attacks that sometimes at the end of the turn, talking the rainbow level, and they're super effective. So then I've seen clips where he gets that 30 mil, but then because of the extra additional, he ends up getting another 34 mil, super effective. That gives him an extra 30% defense here, an extra 33% defense here. And then his defense shoots up probably by another like 400k, which is quite significant, I would say, considering the defense levels that this guy is able to get, and especially in his base form with the reduction, right? It makes him a lot better compared to, a lot of people may look at this and be like, oh, it's not going to make him break the unit, but he feels quite dramatically stronger. Honestly, I think you guys will definitely see the difference here. So that is awesome for this Rosé Goku Black here. I guess the funny thing is that technically it makes him worse for the Kid Buu fight because of the fact that he's getting another additional super attack, which will be nullified in that fight. But that's really it. I think across everything else, he is actually better. So it's pretty sick that Rosé's buffed. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you have him, you could use him. When he's going to be featured again, I cannot tell you. Eventually, he'll be featured again, I guess, is all I could say. Now, here's the rest of the data download here. So we do have the Chilled Dokkan Awakening and EZA. He's okay. I mean, he gets high chance to dodge if there's 2 more Inhuman Deeds characters and high chance to crit as well. But his stats are kind of low. I don't know. He's just like okay, I guess. And it's like Inhuman Deeds. Like, who's the best character on this team? Probably AGL First One Frieza, right? Is the best character on this team. I guess no, actually Rosé would be the best character on this team. I think post buff Rosé definitely feels stronger to me than Frieza. That is a GP view though, where we have like the Broly Super Bosses team, which I think this guy's able to work quite exceptional on. Global still doesn't have like a really good Super Bosses kind of setup. I think though the content overall is weaker in Global as well. So you know, pick your poison, I guess. Anyways, this Chilled. And he's fine. I do like the Gorilla Lord's attack, actually. That is a useful ability, but he's not really going to be great. He's going to be an okay option, right? You can probably get away with him in a lot of circumstances, potentially, but I don't know. It'll be a little risky on that team, right? That's, like, not really super strong. It seems like the Ancient Space Pirate... What is this? This is the... What is the Ancient Space Pirate? Oh, duh, that's the... Chilled event. I don't know why they called him a Space Pirate. I guess, sure, whatever. Sure, that's fine. Super Battle at stage 79 time limits. ESPR stage 56 Kamehameha. None of these should be really too difficult. Actually, I found a little bit of difficulty with the time limit stage. I know Global doesn't have the Super Saiyan AGO Gotenks Extreme Z Awakening, where like the AoE Gotenks that came out with Tech Gogeta. He's actually pretty good for this fight, but he's not on Global. Still, regardless, shouldn't really be too difficult to get done, so that's awesome. Fighting Legend Frieza is coming next week as well, so that's cool. It's almost like they put it in the data download for next week, right? This is EZA. I think this is the... No, that's a revamp first story. I'm trying to find the Fighting Legend Frieza. Here it is. I mean, I guess some stuff. We see some equipment here. I forgot what the equipment exactly does. I think it's for Wicked Bloodline. I mean, missions just to clear with Dragon Ball Seekers, Planet Namek Saga, Pure Saiyans, defeat all the phases. This fight is not really tough. I wonder if this is the... You know, I should check something. Is this the nerfed version of the fight? Because there was a stronger version of the fight, but they actually ended up nerfing it because of the fact that it was too strong. Actually, I can't really see that. We're not going to know until the data drops, but... There was a stronger version of the fight where AGL Full Power Frieza was hitting way harder than he should have. And they fixed that, so I don't know if Global... Maybe Global has the unnerfed version of the fight. Who knows? That'd be kind of funny. But we'll see. New Dragon Ball story for the Planet Namek Saga right here, which is pretty cool. We'll definitely take this, and this is obviously just covering the rest of the Planet Namek Saga here. Dude, we need a new Super Saiyan Goku. Like this, but voiced and new animations. Oh yeah, we need that, man. This is also really cool. This is the support memory. It's definitely a nice little support memory, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what support memory this is exactly. I guess it's let me take a look here. I don't know why. I want to bring it up just because I don't recall if this one gets an awakening or not. I don't think it does. This is a support memory, right? Yeah, Goku's Compassion. Exploding Rage, 15% attacking defense for 2 turns, and on the 4th turn, start a battle. Okay, but this is activated on the 4th turn, and then all allies key 2 for 1 turn if there's a battle of fate category enemy starting with the 4th turn, which, you know, okay. Funny enough, Blue Gogeta can't activate this, but it's not a bad. Exploding Rage is like has some decent options there, actually, which is kind of funny. Bardock's Extreme Z Awakening is coming, and he sucks. I don't know what to tell y'all. Super Saiyan Bardock, if you were able to stack up a Bardock well, this guy, he's not crazy, but he's actually pretty decent, right? You know, I'll give him decent. He does have the 32% reduction. He does have 48% chance to dodge, 48% chance to crit. He does have the built-in additional that could be a super attack. He could triple super, you know, greatly raises the attack and defense of the turn. Decent links, right? You know, Super Saiyan character. He's just kind of like an average kind of guy, you know. He's not great, but he's not bad. He's just right, like, you know, good old 7 to 8-ish out of 10 or so, right? You know, average. More, I guess that's more on the good side, right? Closer to good side, but you could get away with Super Saiyan Bardock in difficult content. They choose base Bardock sucks. Garbage. Unusable trash. This guy has like under 300k defense on turn 1. Like, what are you gonna do with that? And then, like, it's like you get to turn 5 and he's like at 500, 600k defense with no damage reduction, basically. Well, I think he has 10% damage reduction. He does have his 10% reduction. Because, like, low-class warriors, you're not running anyone. I'm sorry. I guess on global, maybe you could. Because it's, like, you know, it's still basically, like, it's Kid Buu, and then it's, like, the rest of the game. It's pretty much the global situation right now. Kid Buu is by far the hardest fight in global, I would say. Quite easily, for sure. And, you know, it's like, outside of that Kid Goku, 23rd World Tournament Goku, you know, you can get away with some of these other characters, but, like, once the 9th Anniversary Content Man hits, you know, it's just not a thing you're gonna see, ever. I mean, maybe we get the Great Ape Team Bardock EZAs, and we get a full team of low-class warriors, and then we're cooking, but I don't know, man, that's just, this guy's too weak. This should have been per low-class warrior or pure Saiyan. They should have added pure Saiyan to here, because it was the same thing pre-EZA where he got 10% attack per low-class warrior. They changed it so he gets extra attack, but, like, man, why did you lock this behind just this and not pure Saiyan allies or something like that? And then he gets his additional. If there's a low-class warrior attacking in the same turn, like, what's the... Come on. And, you know, I was talking on Twitter. Someone was like, oh, you know... It's fine, you know, some people are going to be excited for him. You could use him with Legendary Frieza event that's coming out around the same time he is. Sure, that's all well and dandy, but you could use literally any other good EZA as well in that Legendary Frieza event. But then you could also use them in every other difficult content that's available. Let's see. Let's just go back right now in JP releases. We got SDR Kafla, we got Tech Ultimate Gohan, you know, Super EZA Physical Kid Buu, we got the Tech Exchange Buu, we got Super EZA Tech Gotenks, we got Int Gotenks. Let's see, who else do we get? I'm trying to think of Super EZA Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, the 7 past, like, EZA Super EZAs have been, like, extremely powerful, right? SGR Super Vegeta and this guy kind of were just like there. Unfortunately for them, man. But yeah, I don't know. Base Bardock sucks. Garbage. Super Saiyan Bardock decent, right? But overall, it's kind of mediocre, so it's sad. I could rant about this guy so much. Maybe I'll make a video for him today. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. New Baton Battle. Cool. We'll take that. Yeah, here's the new support memory. Again, it's pretty okay, right? You know, I guess, you know, what does Exploding Rage even have? Is there a way I could bring up oh yeah, you know, Bardock's on Exploding Rage, isn't he, right? Yeah, there he is. He's on Exploding Rage. I mean, you have I think Beast Gohan is on this team, right? I am pretty sure Beast Gohan's on this team on the JP version. Yeah, he is, and Burly what the hell? Broly as well. God, Goku's on here. Like, there's some decent characters, so you could take advantage of that. 15% is a pretty good buff, actually, for support members. They updated the text for Tech Youth Goku's EZA. Sure, doesn't really do anything. Updated the stun of the 18 key. I think what was happening with the stun is that it only activated for 1 turn for some reason on global, and it's supposed to be activated for 2 turns. I think that was on JP as well, so that's a good fix, right? And then, of course, they updated Physical Rosé's passive, which we did go ahead and confirm. So, pretty cool. But that is it for this Global Dokkan data download here. A lot of good stuff. I think the biggest thing is definitely the Physical Rosé fix. But I'm ending the video here. Thanks y'all for watching. And, of course, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.